The normal, ordinary people like you and me. The sometimes grumpy people. You know, the often broken, the normally anxious, the incredibly flawed, the too busy, the overcommitted, the under-resourced, the rarely sophisticated, yet deeply passionate, open-hearted people. These are the ones that, according to Jesus, not should be the light of the world, but what? Are the light of the world. So as messed up, jacked up, flawed, and screwed up as you and me actually are, you are the light of the world. Now that's some good news right there, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. Because you don't have to get it all together. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be super, super smart. You don't have to go to seminary. You don't have to have everything kind of lined up. You don't have to be a perfect parent or a perfect teenager or have good grades. You don't have to do any of that. You are still, in this very moment, the light of the world. And so all that you really have to do is what? Shine. Shine. Or to borrow kind of a modern day cultural metaphor, it looks a little bit like this. You gotta get out of the AT&T network and move over to the Verizon plan, you know? You need a little more coverage in your life. And so we want to take the presence of Jesus everywhere all the time, and we want to take over this community and the world with the light of God. And that means you bring who you are right now, warts and all, into the lives of people who need the light of Jesus. It means that we drop our guard, take off our mask, get rid of the pretense of having it all together, because nobody can relate to a person like that anyway. And most of the people that you are going to be reaching are going to be people just like you who are struggling, who don't have it all figured out, who've got a lot of questions, carrying a little bit of anger, got some conflict in their life, not really sure about everything, still a little bit insecure about who you are in God and who you are in the world. Yeah. Because if you go like, I finally got it figured out. I got so far over here to the right side of this spiritual process, I'm about to fall off the edge. This is how good I am. Well, you know what? If you really get there, you're not going to be any good. You go now with warts and all, with all of your questions, with all of your insecurities, because people can spot a different kind of person coming from a mile away and they will run. They want to see the light of Christ present in you in broken people, in people who don't have it all together. So one of my favorite verses is 2 Corinthians 4:7 that says, we have this treasure in jars of clay, cracked pots. This is what you are, by the way. In Jesus' name, of course. We have this treasure in jars of clay. Why? To show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from who? Us. Because when somebody can see your life and you open yourself up and you say, hey, I'm not claiming to have it all together, but I have found the source. I have found somebody who speaks into my brokenness and gives me power and meaning to deal with the hurt, to deal with the harm that's been done to me, to deal with the conflict in my life, to deal with my insecurities. I don't have it all wired up, but I am connected to somebody who does. And so maybe you can find what I have found. And so we shine.